this was live above my head. That means you caught the replay. Just type hashtag replay. That way I can welcome you. Hi, everyone. Let me see. I think I need to raise up my camera just a little bit. So hold tight while I do that. Thanks for popping on with me today. Keyword is root. So type the word root and check your messages. Let me get my message out. If you type the word root, also that's where you can find the link to join my broadcast channel. That way Facebook can let you know when I go live as well. So if you prefer that, just type root and then go make sure you're in the broadcast channel. Okay, so I have a chalk spot 9-inch circle is what we're working with today. Hello, hi Cindy, hi Tammy, how's everybody doing? We're gonna start, hopefully, with my glue gun. And I'm gonna get some glue out of my glue bag. Okay, so I got an issue down there. But first, while you're getting here, let me show you my January craft box. If you type the word root, it's going to give you that link also. This is live right now. I'm doing it a little differently for 2026. So my craft kit for the month will be available for the month only. Good, Jen. I'm so glad. That will be available for the month, the current month only. So this will only be available through January 31st. You will not be able to get this kit after January 31st. So starting February 1st, it won't be available. But from now on, instead of doing the kit live, I'm going to make a reel with it. That way, when you get your craft kit, when you've used the QR code, that video will still be there. It will not go away like, the powers that be like to do. So here is this month's craft kit. It's small, it's simple. I believe I listed it for $8 or $9. It comes in 2 pieces, basically. The back is all one piece like this. And I painted it already so you guys can see what it looks like. It comes on this little stand. It's listed right now on my Etsy site. If you want it, you have until January 31st to grab it. It will come out of this base, or you can glue it down permanent. I like to leave them loose, but that's up to you. This is the January kit, and it's how I painted it. Of course, you can paint it any way you like. So this is already done for you. The reel will be available tonight, but it's live now if you want to grab it, okay? I think it's cute, and you can do it less red and pink. You could do more white, whatever you like. This is just my take on it. So there's that. So this is the way we're going to do the craft kit from now on, or at least for a few months to see how that goes. I think it's going to be better for you guys because you'll be able to access the video forever. That way, if you don't do the kit right away, the reel will be available. Yay, right? Okay, so what we're going to do for this craft is I did some markings on the back of this chalk spot 9-inch circle. Basically, oh wait, no, this goes down here. That might be crooked if I do it like this. Anyhow, we're going to put this on a basket later. And I always burn myself. Why do I think this is supposed to be the straight way. I don't want to do it crooked. I want to get this going so that at the end I can tie it right away when we're ready. And then this is going to go this way. A lot of times you'll see at the end what I'm putting together, but a lot of times I staple my tie here, but this isn't thick enough for me to staple. So I wanted to hot glue it and get it ready to go. And I think what we're going to do, and this is, like I said, this is going to allow me to hook this to something later. But I wanted to try to plan ahead, which you guys, I don't normally do. So that's what we're doing. So then I'm just going to take some extra ribbon and hot glue that just to secure it a little more. You're welcome, Denise. Hello, hello. I'm glad you guys think that craft kit is cute. I was loving it when I saw it. I've had it earmarked for a while. But you guys know the holidays and Christmas is busy, and I just got a chance to cut it this morning. I already created with it. I'll edit the video and post it later. Yes, that'll be great, Evelyn. And I've tried to, what I've done in the past is I've done the kit live and then went back and made a reel out of it. Well, that's just double work for me, right? Like, there's no point in doing that. So I thought, let's work smarter, not harder, as people say, which it's not my favorite saying, but in this case, it applies. Okay, let's get my hot glue gun put away. All right, now we're gonna work on the front. So we're gonna start with this, and because I want it just to sit aside and dry. And we're gonna start by, I'm not sure this is the way I wanna do it, but we're gonna just do it. I'm gonna stain this with espresso, which is my favorite thing to do. This circle is almost that color already, but I'm just gonna give it a little more, just a little more darkness. Just a little more darkness. How's everybody doing today, Sunday? Today's my last day of freedom. Okay, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. No kids for me tomorrow at school, but I gotta go in for a little while. So officially, it's not really my last day of freedom. Tomorrow will just be like a few hours and then I'll come home. But back to teaching on Monday. What's everybody doing to relax today? For me, crafting is relaxing, so this is what I've been doing most of the day. I also, while you're here, if you guys remember it wasn't that long ago, but in a blink, if you remember my very first craft box was a lantern. Be on the lookout for a video for that, because if you already purchased that lantern way back in July with my first craft kit, I did an add-on for it for Valentine's Day if you want it, and it's already in my Etsy site also. So, all right, here is this stain. So this was the regular color, and this is what it looks like stained. And we're just going to set that aside. And then I think it was alive, but I can't find it. Snoopy? Oh, well, I didn't do that one, I don't think. I don't think I did Snoopy in Woodstock. Ellen, I don't think I did Woodstock. Hi, Linda, how are you? And then I have this cut out. This is the Rooted in Christ from this launch. And this is the part that I'm not sure I want to do it this way, but I'm doing it this way. I'm not sure if I want to. I was debating, do I want to paint all these in white and then chalk it? Or do I want it to be blending? So I'm just, you know what? This is how I decided to do it. So we're going to stain this also. I might do it a little lighter. For right now, I'm just putting the paste on. But I think what I might do is just take a baby wipe and go back over it and do it a little lighter, more like this. So what's kind of cool with the paste is it's semi-permanent. If you get it wet, you can get it moving again. If you use regular paint, once it's dry, it's not going anywhere, so you don't have as much play with it, which is why I like to use the paste. Because honestly, I change my mind from time to time. I keep zipping that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is wipe this back. Thanks for sprinkling. I'm going to do Valentine's or July 4th for the window on. Cindy, yes, I am going to do Valentine's, and eventually I will do, I love that arch so much. So Cindy's talking about this one. Yes, I am going to be doing, I have a Valentine one that I need to cut. So yes, the answer is yes. I just haven't done it yet. And when it gets a little closer to patriotic time, I'm going to add the patriotic ones. Yes, I'm going to keep adding to that as long as I can get files for it. So if you have the window base, the arch, there will be more to add to that for sure in the future. It's not what I only have right now. What I have available right now is an everyday. We have Christmas. I have Halloween, the winter. And I feel like there's one more. Oh, Easter, which I'm about to, I have, or all that's posted on Etsy. I will be doing reels for the Easter one pretty soon. Okay, or if I do it live, I'll make a reel out of it. All right, so we've got it all lighter. And then once I dry this, it's going to be even lighter, so it's going to work out. Good, I'm glad you're happy with that. When you use a cloth, when you're using cloth like a wine bag, you should use chalk or ink. Elizabeth Haynes, thanks for the question. Everybody asks that. It's a confusing... It's not confusing, but it is confusing to everyone. So let me tell you this. If I'm going to give it as a gift, I use ink and I heat set it. Oh yes, I also have Thanksgiving. You're right. You're right. I do. If you're going to give it as a gift, then I would use ink. That way, and heat set it. And if the person you give it to wants to wash it, then that way you'll know it'll be permanent for sure. Okay? But you can use paste on fabric. You absolutely can use paste on fabric. But, oh, that's so good, Cindy. I'm glad you love it. You can use paste on fabric, but just know that you cannot wash it if you you choose to use paste on fabric. If it's something for me, like I'll have to show you guys when I get a chance. I have a bag that I made the first year I started doing chalk. It's just a book bag. I've never washed it. I don't plan to wash it. I did it all in paste, and it looks just like it did the first day that I did it, at least that I can remember. So the answer is you can do either, but I guess the short answer is you can do either, but if you want it to be permanent, then you want to do ink. Does that answer your question? Hopefully it answers your question. Okay, so everything is... whatever this is called, stained, dried, sanded. We're going to get our sanding dust off and then wax this. Hopefully that answers the age-old question of paste or ink, which a lot of people ask. So don't hesitate to ask because I'll be asked it again. No problem. There's lots of new people that join us, and that's probably the most common question. Okay, we're going to use some wax on here, and that's just going to keep, this is just going to make it easier. It's going to keep my paste from pulling up. It's going to give us a little what do I want to say? A little room for error. How about that? I'm trying to, I could have done this with tape, but the way this is, I'm like, I could probably do this just the way it comes. All right. Thank you for the question. All right, now let's get this put away. And this is what we're going to do. Okay, this transfer says rooted in Christ. And we are going to add some lint to the back. This just keeps it from over sticking. All right, and then now some of these pieces are loose. So the ones that are loose, I will do them last. And I'm just going to line this up the best I can here. Here, let me. I have a little piece of fuzz here I want to get off. Because if you have like thick pieces of fuzz, that could cause some bleeding. Hang on, I'm going to do this one more time here. Hang on. You just want to make small movements till it's basically in the center. Okay, now we're going to do a little chalking here. And we're going to work from the top down. That makes it the easiest, I think, for me anyway. So we're going to use Ivy, which this color is an en vogue color, you guys, which means it's not going to be around forever. But while supplies last through this season. It was intended for fall and Christmas, but this is like the perfect green. Wouldn't it be nice if they made this a permanent color? All right, you should stir your paste once in a while. I have not stirred this probably. This is my second jar. I went in one season. I went ahead and I used a jar and a half probably of this color. So then just take your paste, press it in the silk screen. All right, and then we just want to press this in. I'm going to go, this does not have to be perfect, this part where the branches are. I mean, my point is, if I get a little green and a little brown mixed here, that will be fine. Probably could do all green and it would be fine, but I think I'm going to do the grass green. Or I'm going to call this the grass. Okay, and then we're going to switch back to espresso. And green grass curls. Aren't they pretty? Hi, Lois. Thank you for sprinkling. Now, because I continually... Is this espresso or bark? Did I pull bark? Oh, no, it's espresso. All right, my brown is a little bit thin because I always add water to it. I love the stain look, but hopefully it's not too thin to chalk with right now. We're about to find out. All right, we're going to have all this brown, and I'm just going to lift. This is going to be pretty, you guys. And then we're going to do the roots in espresso also. And then I'm going to do the lettering in Colonial Blue. And I just love blues and browns. They work really well for me. I like it that way, but if it's not your jam, then you're going to want to pick colors you like. I didn't realize I needed to stir this so much. Hold, please. I want to get this on my white sweatshirt. You know what? I'm just going to pull it from here. Colonial Blue is one of your club colors, actually. So we're going to pull this out. And I'm going to put the excess into that jar so that it's ready to go. For next time, this is called Making Do, which I tend to be good at. I've trained for making do. Okay. We're going to lift. All right, so this is what we have so far. And then we're going to do the rest of these words in that same Colonial Blue. What do you guys think? That's pretty. You could also do bright white. This is what I was kind of toying with, is should I have done bright white? I like the subtle look of it, so I'm going to go with this, but if you think you would prefer bright white, then color your paint, your cutouts in bright white. Okay, so what we're going to do then is the rest of these. I'm going to go back over and get the rest of this in Colonial Blue. But I think Tide would look really nice, which is a really pretty teal color. You could do red. That matches your style. But this is just going to be a quick project. I'm going to pull these off. Okay, and then this, what you want to do is clean in your sink. And before you purchase this, guys, make sure you're in the Perks program. That is the way to save money on everything. You don't want to pay retail. You definitely want to be able to get 30% off. So if you type the word root, that'll get you information on all of that. But if you have questions about it, just type them below and I'll answer you. Okay, let me get this done, cleaned up, and we'll put it all together. We might need, you know what, let me heat this up again. If I'm going to be able to tie this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put this back in the jar. But this month with the club, you're going to get Colonial Blue. You'll also get Cadet, which would be another good choice. So if you're a club member, just know that this color will be coming to you in the mail in the single form. How do we order the cutout? Debbie, if you type the word root and then go to your messenger, there'll be a number of LANKS's there. And it'll say my craft box is one. That's this for Etsy. You'll see some Etsy links. And it'll just say to grab my cutouts for this video. I think it's the second link. I think that's the way I have it set up. So you can go right to my Etsy shop and you can grab it. And honestly, if you guys order before like in the next hour or so, it'll probably go out, leave my porch tomorrow. Because I have some orders I'm going to cut after this and get everything out tomorrow. Otherwise, if it's later, it'll go out the next day. So I have pretty quick turnaround, even with teaching. I try to get things out. You're welcome, Debbie. Okay, let's get cleaned up, and then let me show you my idea here. Okay, so see, this is now good to go so that when I tie this, it'll be sturdy enough. So now the only thing I want to make sure is that I have it straight so that when I tie it, it's straight. There we go. Okay, so we're going to make a plan. And that I can do later. Easy. Easy cheesy. Just want to see if it, okay, this is ready. Okay, so I like to use wood glue with all the cutouts. It's more of a permanent hold. But for this, so that I can put this all together for you, I'm going to put wood glue. And then I'm going to do a mixture of wood glue, and then I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on the back of this, just so that it won't fall off when I'm tying it onto my project. Okay. So the hot glue would be perfectly fine for indoors, but in the Texas heat, if I'm going to have something outdoors, it's definitely... Did I totally do it crooked after I said not to? No, we're going to go with it. It's going to be what it is. All right. If it was perfect, it wouldn't be something I made. It's just the way it is. All right, we're going to put a little bit of hot glue on everything. I want to make sure I have, oh, that goes there. Okay, but we also want to have wood glue on it so it'll hold. I'm going to do in wonky. And then the rest of the word Christ here. Now that didn't get enough hot glue on it. Hold, please. All right, here is our project. Let me show you what I'm going to do with it. What do you guys think? Hit that heart button if you're watching. That helps me so much. It gets the word out. Hi, Beverly. Good morning to you. Good morning. Okay, we are going to get out. So I have this basket that I got at Hobby Lobby, and the first time that it had a sign on the front, okay? And the first time that I changed up my sign, I sort of ruined the basket, which is fine. It's where I always cover it up. Thank you for all the hearts. I store all the different signs inside it, or some of them anyway, okay? And so I have sweater weather that I just took off. I had a 4th of July on here also, and I put different floral, but I can always store it in here. So today we're going to, let me see, I think these top ones were intended for this part. Okay, so I have to turn it toward me to tie this up. I'm going to do my best to keep it straight. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. It does help me grow, and I appreciate it. And I think I'm going to start tying them in a bow in here. I used to tie everything in a knot and then cut it, but then I got to redo the back every time. So if you're going to do something like this, leave your tie long enough so you can tie like a big bow with it. And then this. I probably should have done this one first, but that's okay. I put 2 on here just to see if I needed to make it more secure. I've done zip ties, like I said, but then you have to redo your zip tie every time you want to put your new sign on. So it works, but it's just a little bit of a hassle. Okay, there's that side. And then, of course, you can put any floral in here that you like. I'm going to show you what I do, because it's just more neutral. But, okay, now, then we're going to tie this one. Thank you. Hi, Vicki. Thank you. Now, like I said, if you're just hopping on, my craft kit for January is available on Etsy. I'll show it again here in just a second. It will, from now on, I'm not going to do it live. I'm going to make a reel with it so that you can, I'll do a reel so it'll always be available for you, but this is our January craft kit. It's available on Etsy. You can get the link if you type the word root, which will also give you this link, which I think is so cute for all of this. Let me show you what I like to put in it. So I get this like giant garland from Hobby Lobby. It was $13 and then it was on sale. It's way bigger, but I just cut this piece off. And then I'm just going to drape this in. I am not a floral person, so I just drape that in, and then I'm going to stick this piece in. I have this extra pick. And I'm just going to keep this green for now. But you can add flowers to it or whatever you like. I'll just take a little look at it here real quick before I... What do you guys think of this idea? I'm loving it. And then it's got this little handle on the back, and I hang this on, I have a strange door in my house. It looks like a high door. It's for my heater, but I hang that in there. What do you guys think? Isn't this so cute? I think this is adorable. All right, there we go. Now it's straight. All right, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I do appreciate you all. I hope you have a great evening. Hang on, I'm going to fluff this up just a little bit more. Right? So cute. I had this like perfectly in here earlier, so I just wanted to fix it just a bit. Anyway, that's my idea. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, and there's sale. There's a bunch of sale items still happening. An extra 26% off, but you'll see the price as shown in on the site when you're logged in. All your prices will be there, and that goes on through the 5th. Thank you, Vicki. That's my jam too. All right, have a great night.